I don't like Jared Leto as an actor.
I thought you were about to say as a person.
I don't know him as a person.
You could. I can call him up right now.
Cool, do it.
Okay.
I'll get to know him. I'll ask some questions.
Beep.
What's your opinion of the film that came out, the space film that came out in 1992?
We're not doing that.
Right.
Hey, Jared, what's up? Nothing, just sitting here with Ryan. Hey, he wanted to talk to you about something. No, not about the movie stuff. Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, I'll hand it to him. Yeah. It's Jared.
What's up, J-Dog? Yeah. Nice to meet you, too. Slow down. Listen. Now I'm not giving you my address. I don't need you to send me things. You're not playing jokes. Stop laughing into the... What are we doing? This is why nobody likes you. What's wrong with you? You ruined Joker. You ruined the Snyderverse. You're the worst. Just so you know. You're a terrible actor. Go back to singing your crappy, depressed emo songs about dancing around with samurai and whatever that one song's about. I think I hurt his feelings. I think he's crying.
Oh.
I think he's crying. No, I want to like take this in first.
Okay.
I hung up.
Yeah. I got to text him and see if we're still on for dinner tomorrow.
Cool.
Anyway, welcome to Pop Culture Unboxing.
Right.
Where we, it's been 104 episodes. You know the drill.
Yeah.
I'm Matt.
I'm Ryan.
And he's
Ryan. Well, he's
Gone.
nobody.
He's gone.
Zach's gone again.
Zach's dead or got
Zach's
pirated or something like that.
I thought you said he's deader.
He got spirited away. He's in
good film.
He's in a Japanese castle trying to free his parents.
Are you trying to speak Studio Ghibli?
Yeah,
films?
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
What's your favorite Studio Ghibli film?
Spirited Away, because it's the only one I've seen all the way through.
You don't like? Oh, well, if that's the only one I was gonna say, you don't like Kiki's.
No, I never. It's the only. Spirited Away is the only one I've seen all the way through.
Kiki's Delivery Service. That's what it's called.
Do they deliver things in it?
Yes.
And is it Kiki doing the delivering?
I forgot that Studio Ghibli films are all on HBO Max.
Are they?
Yeah, I should.
I'll go through and watch some of them.
I should sit down and watch them.
I should get the family to watch Spirited Away with me. I think they all. That's how I found it. Was I think my mom and dad.
It's a very classic film.
Was that the one that almost won a Best Picture?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think there was a Studio Ghibli film that was up for, it was up for Best Picture.
What's that other?
But I think Lion King's the only animated film to ever win Best Picture.
I highly recommend people watch anime film, like actual films, not
Here we go.
The Night is Short, Walk On Girl, amazing film. I'm trying to think of another film that is good. There's The Cat Returns. That's a pretty good one.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm having.
Is that a sequel to The Cat in the Hat?
Spirited Away. That's also.
Well, yeah, Spirited Away is up there.
Did you watch it as a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My Neighbor Totoro was pretty good.
Yeah.
You mentioned Castle in the Sky, Kiki's.
No, I didn't. You did.
No, you made the. Wasn't that what you were saying?
No.
Castle in the Sky? Oh, well,
is it not a castle in Spirited Away?
It is, but Castle in the Sky is also a studio.
Oh yeah, no, I was totally only referencing Spirited Away.
Oh. Now I'm looking them up.
Okay,
to make sure I forget
we're already off topic.
They don't
this
even
was
have
not
topics.
on the list of things that we were going to discuss. Should we lead with Morbius since we already did the Jared Leto bit?
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care about the film.
Ryan, what happened?
New trailer. There are a bunch of trailers came out. These next 2 months are going to be great. But
off the top of our heads, what all's happening in the next 2 months? Easy one, Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man's happening.
December 17th.
I think so. Sometime in December. We had the new season of Big Mouth just released.
Yeah.
Highly recommend people watch that
Friday,
show
so yes,
if you're
December
a child.
17th.
Wait,
Boba
never
Fett?
mind. Wait, not a child. Not if you're a child.
No, yeah, don't watch it if you're a child.
Don't watch it if you are a child. I mean, if you're a fully grown adult.
Expanse season 6, final season.
There's a Star Trek
December.
thing coming in there.
That already started. That started last week. So yeah, it counts as these 2 months. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty squarely aimed at at younger children, almost probably close to the age range that Rebels was aimed at. But it's actually pretty good.
Also, The Witcher.
Witcher
season 2 is coming
Yeah.
out. We got a trailer for that too.
I think Wheel of Time starts this year too.
Here, I'll look it up.
Okay.
So November 2021 films. Well, this is films. I don't.
Eternals came out this week, or this month.
Apparently, it's not good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's the first Marvel film to be given what do they call it? A certified rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's strange to me. I would have expected Thor or the Captain America: The First Avenger to be the first one.
Captain America: First Avenger's pretty well regarded, isn't it? Yeah, no, it passed Dark World. Dark World's just forgettable. That's the problem. Right. It's not necessarily a bad movie.
Oh, so another film that we're getting, that A Boy Called Christmas, that's coming out. A Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. Yeah, Welcome to Raccoon City. Ghostbusters Afterlife is coming out November 19th.
God, we talked about that trailer like on one of the first episodes of this show.
Yeah.
Like,
that's weird to think about.
Yeah.
Oh, Clifford. That comes out the 10th.
Oh, yeah.
Clifford,
I wonder why it took him so long to get around to making a live action of that.
Probably because it's just nobody cared.
True.
Oh, man.
But yes, and then that's not even counting TV.
I'm trying to like filter through what sound like.
Is there Hawkeye?
Hawkeye comes out. Oh my God, there's so many things.
There's so much to watch this. Yeah. I want to say Discovery Season 4 is soon too. Star Trek Discovery, that is.
Oh my Lord. A lot of Christmas films, which is not really that shocking to me.
Yeah, November 18th. So
Home Sweet Home Alone. That's coming out.
Oh, so, is that wait.
Home Sweet Home Alone? That's like that's a remake of Home Alone.
The one with Macaulay Culkin and
no, like this. Yeah, like Home Alone Macaulay Culkin, but it's a
no. I mean, I thought he's in it. He's in.
I have no clue if he is.
Not as the kid, obviously.
Right. I don't know if he is in it or not. I just know
that being said, one of the best ideas I've ever heard was to make a remake of Home Alone, where Macaulay Culkin still plays the kid, and everyone in the movie acknowledges him as a kid. No one acknowledges that he's a grown adult. Discovery Season 4, November 18th. So next week, that starts.
There's actually a lot of like weird fluff films coming out.
Needless to say, there's a lot to watch.
Clerks. The Clerk documentary about Kevin Smith making Clerks.
Oh, wow.
That's coming out.
Oh, isn't the part 2 of He-Man Revelations or whatever?
Yeah, that's December, I think.
Yeah.
There's a Nightmare on Elm Street film coming.
Aren't they a little late?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, The King's Man. That's coming out. Jeez.
So there's a lot.
Yeah, lots of things are coming out.
But the funny thing is that the one we're talking about now doesn't come out till next year.
Right, but there's a lot of things in the trailer that we were just talking about
the Morbius trailer.
Right, the Morbius trailer. There was one thing in the Morbius trailer we were talking about. You asked like it because he makes the joke like I am Venom. He's like, just kidding, I'm not Venom, and then I think in the trailer they also show the vultures in it too, from like No Way Home
shot.
And everyone's just like, well, wait, what's going on? What's going on there?
Yeah,
because they mentioned the San Francisco event, which would be Venom, because he killed all those people the first time, his first appearance.
Yeah,
in San Francisco.
Oh, that's right, all the cops and stuff.
Right. So, excuse me.
Is it long enough now that we can talk about the end credit scene from Venom 2?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But to answer your question is like, well, what's going on here is like, someone made a comment stating that they think that that's actually them showing the end credit scene in the trailer.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. That seems like, I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I know there's films that they say that's a bad idea, and sometimes people say it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter because no one's gonna see the film anyway.
Well, it's like the trailer for Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
It shows the shot of him standing in his room pulling his mask off in the trailer, but what they did is they erased Aunt May in the door frame watching him.
Right.
So the very last shot of the movie is in the trailer.
Right. And someone else.
Or no, it wouldn't have been far from.
I'm trying to remember what they said, they said it. So basically,
No, it would have been Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
One of the assumptions that was made also is like, well, if they're showing the end credit scene, there's probably something that they have to show off. And because it's a vampire movie, there's only one logical way. Only if there's anyone from the MCU that should show up in this, it's gonna be Blade, probably.
Maybe.
Like we're probably like.
Well, this would be a good way. Didn't Mahershala Ali already get cast as Blade?
Yes. So that's like there's a chance he's showing up.
That'd be really cool, actually.
Like, or we get to see a little bit of like him start to turn. I don't know. It's a vampire movie. So and this is going to deal with the underground vampires, which I don't know, man.
Okay, I brought this up though. What are the chances that that's an alternate universe? No, Google, I don't want to talk to you. What are the odds that that's an alternate universe Vulture?
I mean, technically it is.
What do you mean?
Well, so technically it isn't another universe Vulture, because if it's the Far From Home universe Vulture, that's different from who the Morbius universe is supposed to be. Because Sony, all these films are supposed to be their separate universe. Like,
yeah, I get that.
So like they're building their own universe with the villains.
Toombs, right? Adrian Toombs. That's the character's name. Vulture's name.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to remember it.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about Morbius.
But so that's what I mean. Is this Sony's universe's version of Adrian Toombs?
No. Well, I mean, I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering.
It's hard to say. All I know is like when they said they were going to do a Venom film and they were going to do a Morbius film, what was supposed to happen is, in a Craven film, they're supposed to all take place in the same universe. So when they mentioned the San Francisco event, that's clearly Venom because they're in the same universe together. Yeah. So where they say like this may be the end credit scene also would be like, oh, he after all the things go down and everyone gets moved into the MCU, which will create a population problem on the planet, but we don't talk about that. I don't know. But
yeah,
the only assumption that a lot of people have is that that's the end. That's an end credit scene, or that just shows up after he gets pulled in, like halfway through the film, he gets pulled into.
That'd be interesting.
The MCU, and now it's like the idea is like for half the film while he's gaining his powers, he's getting used to like because he has a girlfriend and all that stuff. And then what happens is halfway through the film, he jumps into the MCU universe. So now he's Morbius on his own, without his lab research, without his way to cure himself. So he's slowly succumbing to vampirism.
Actually,
so that's a thought.
I wonder if you could go through the trailer and see how different scenes are lit. Because Venom 2 showed us that in the end credit scene. They lit it differently. Like it had the bright light of an MCU film.
Right.
And I think there's some shots in this trailer where it's much more saturated. Maybe that's him in the MCU universe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what's going down.
But like the whole issue though is that like this movie is supposed to come out this past summer or the summer before.
Right.
So I think no matter what it has in it, it's going to be like, oh, we already saw that in Spider-Man. Like, not that it won't be interesting, but just like it loses some of that weight, I feel like.
January 29th, 2022
is when this comes out. But when was it supposed to come out?
Originally, it was supposed to come out like summer or like maybe even mid fall of like this year.
I thought it was last year, honestly.
I don't think so. Well,
maybe this is another one. We talked about this really early on in this podcast.
Yeah, so maybe like COVID pushed it back. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's weird because we're getting all these films now, and almost, I think Zach like said it once on here too, like my like the Eternals. We said about going to see the Eternals, and
my God,
don't care about seeing the Eternals.
Yeah, me either.
I don't care anymore.
I mean, I'm going to see it on Friday, but
right. Who you going to see it Friday with?
For another friend of mine.
What's oh my God? You like look down at your phone and.
James Conner just got me a third touchdown. He just locked in my victory for this week. I thought I was going to lose in fantasy football this week. James Conner just got 3 touchdowns this game they're playing, and now I'm guaranteed to win, basically. So
that's good.
I'm sitting pretty.
Good. Nice. That's good.
I needed this win.
Yeah, so Morbius, you going to see it?
Probably.
Yeah, you're going to see it.
Yeah. Well, why? Because you're going to see it?
Yeah, you're going to see it. So
okay, that's fair. You're usually the one who, like, unless they're ones I really care about, like Spider-Man, even if you were undisposed for that weekend, I was going to go see it. But, like, What was the one we just went and saw?
Venom 2.
Venom. Wow, I might have gone and seen Venom. But I definitely was more likely to see it earlier because you were pushing for it. Mm-hmm. Like, you tend to be one who can get me to go to the movies.
Right. Well, like, you don't really get a choice.
I know.
I don't even tell anyone that you're going. I just buy the tickets and then send you to, like, hey, meet me at this theater.
That's fair.
That's what I did. That's what I did for Shang-Chi. I bought the tickets like months in advance. As soon as they were up, I bought them, and then I waited till like the week that it was coming out. Like, hey, wait. By the way, we have tickets for this.
Oh, speaking of that, did a new Spider-Man trailer come out with Eternals?
No one's talking about it, so I guess no.
That's weird.
Everyone's talking about the end credit scene of it more than
I read about them, and neither of them seem that interesting to me.
They're not.
Yeah,
but that's the only thing people are talking about.
Yeah.
So but we're supposed to get a Spider-Man trailer maybe this week.
That'd be cool.
So who knows, man?
It'll be another case where we make this episode today, Sunday, and it comes out Monday, the day we release the show.
Yeah.
And you've got to wait a whole 6 or 7 days to hear us talk about it.
Right.
Something more exciting.
This behind me?
Well, the other one that was
behind me.
The other one, the one that's in another tab behind you.
Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett coming out December 29th.
Weird that this is a weird world we live in, man. We're finally getting to see Boba Fett do some cool crap.
After he died, what?
40 years ago?
30 years ago?
I don't know. Yeah, probably 40 years ago.
Return of the Jedi was 82, right?
Yeah, I think so.
40 years ago.
84. No, 80.
It wasn't that late, was it?
80. Let's say 83. We'll just meet
in the middle.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi.
That's not the film you want to look at.
Yeah, you're right. 90 or 83. We met in the middle. We got the right answer.
All right.
So 38 years ago, Boba Fett died.
And then came back.
Mm-hmm. And then died again when Disney killed the old canon.
And then they brought him back again.
Yes.
What's up? What'd you make of it?
It looks good. Very much, I feel like we only saw stuff from the first episode.
Oh, I think so too. I think you're right.
Because it's what they did with Mando season 2.
Yeah. So you already said the one thing I was going to say is like, is that Pedro Pascal talking? Do you think that's the Mandalorian or Din Djarin?
Here's my thing: is like where we left Din Djarin. There's like a lot of questions that have to be answered, and I feel like it's not Book of Boba Fett's job to answer them.
Mandalorian season 3 is going to take place. Bo-Katan's going to be the enemy, and he's going to take on what's probably most likely a plot thread they're thinking about doing is like the overarching plot thread of season 3 is Mando uniting the rest of the children of the Watch against the Death Watch, which is and the Night Owls, who are led by Bo-Katan, and then we're gonna have another Mandalorian war, and eventually how it's gonna work is either.
But I feel like Bo-Katan's fighting a losing battle since Din Djarin is the Mandalore right now.
Well, yeah. So like, that's the thing is
all of the other Mandalorians will swear fealty.
I think what's gonna happen is like Din doesn't want that, so he's gonna find a way. He's gonna keep trying to find a way, and Bo's gonna hunt him down. So multiple times we're going to see Bo-Katan probably trying to murder him.
But they're all standing on the bridge of a Star Destroyer when we leave them. So like, how do they get out of that? What I think it's just a cameo that Pedro Pascal's doing.
Probably.
But the other issue is like, it's clearly coming through like the synthesizer.
Right.
So it's like, is it that Ithorian on the throne just using a synthesizer that sounds like him? Or is that him talking through his helmet?
Well, I mean, it's not the first time that they use like editing and trailer tricks to,
I guess.
I think Din's probably, or that's probably a conversation earlier than the event. So like a past, like more of him and the Mandalorian work. Like,
what does he say?
He says like, I'm not a bounty hunter.
Boba says that.
Yeah, it's like, and then Din says, not what I've heard. That's not what that's not what I've been told. And I don't know, man. That also could just be a line used somewhere else in the film.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked if the Mandalorian shows up, because what they're gonna do at the end of this series is set up the next season of Book of Boba Fett if it's successful, and also give us another like sneak into the season 3 of Mandalorian too.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to.
But that's not even gonna be coming out until after like Kenobi and Ahsoka. Or no, they're filming it already. They're filming season 3 already.
Are they?
Yeah. Because I remember reading somewhere that Pedro Pascal hasn't been on set much, which tells us it's probably going to be a helmet on season again, which makes sense. He's not just going to immediately ditch the helmet. We probably could also expect a Kenobi trailer. Oh no, they've already said they're going to show one soon, I think. So I think in December they're doing, right?
Right. Oh yeah, so it has been filmed. It's been filming since April. Season 3's been filmed.
Oh, they've probably almost done
since April. So yeah, I think they're going to set up the third one for.
Yeah,
which
would be cool.
I'm willing to bet that next spring of next year will be Mandalorian season 3. But about Boba Fett, what do you think of the fact that his scarring has started to fade away
now that he's got a ship and all that? He's spending time in a bacta tank.
Well,
probably.
I mean, maybe, yeah, but that's the thing is like he's healing, which is interesting because he's a clone he's not altered like the other.
Yeah,
clones.
he's a perfect clone.
So, that's very interesting.
I wonder too, I because it could be that they'll probably hand wave it that he's healing, but I wonder if it's more so kind of what they did with Kylo Ren, where they changed where his scar was because it just didn't work.
Well, that's definitely what they did.
Yeah.
It's probably too much makeup, and he didn't want to do it anymore.
And he looks a lot better. Like, the armor fits a lot better on him.
Oh, yeah, because he's been working out. There was an interview I saw with him after filming season 2, and he was jumping right into... They had, like, an interview with him, and he was being interviewed in his gym. And he's like, I just been working out hard, like, super hard. And then there was another like Instagram video that he posted of him at a Polynesian spa. He he's like, we just finished wrapping on the Book of Boba, and he just like is relaxing in a spa, and he looks a lot. He's obviously more fit.
So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Right. I don't know.
I love his line at the end.
I'm so excited.
Please speak freely.
Right.
It's like, no, you probably shouldn't speak freely.
I actually just finished. I can't, obviously, maybe I'll post it on Instagram.
He's standing up to grab it. What's your Instagram?
That's I think Instagram's still Red Steak Ryan, but what I did is I got a dude who 3D printed a new Book of Boba Fett.
This is dope.
So I painted, in honor of the trailer, I painted it. And after I was done painting, I was like, holy crap, I did awesome on that.
Yeah. You've been painting a lot. You're a good boy.
I have
You're
a lot
good
of
at
stuff. Yeah, thank you.
You make me upset because I never stick with any hobbies. It's like I was getting good at painting miniatures and then I just stopped doing it.
I just did this today.
Those our shore troopers.
Yeah, I got to do their bases still, but I just did those this morning before you guys. Well, before you came over.
Damn.
But so yeah, I haven't gotten into the hobby. I realized I started to fall out, and then I've been doing this new job, which I work from like I go in at 7:30 and I don't leave till 6 o'clock, and then I come home and I'm too dead tired, and then we also go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning between that. So I realized I've run out of time. So I was like, okay, I got to figure out what's important to me. And this is where it's at. So this is what I'm focusing on.
Nice.
But
you're a busy boy.
Yeah.
We're all busy boys.
Yeah. And now I'm at the end. I stopped buying a lot of toys. Now I'm at the end of letting all my pre-orders and stuff go out.
I've heard this before.
Yeah. I'm so look, you want to hear me complain about a
sure.
So I remember how I used to talk a lot about NECA toys.
Yeah, you don't like them very much, right?
Right. So they have like the Ninja Turtle stuff. Well, because they're so hard to get all your stuff, eventually they put stuff online for you to buy, and it's like made to order. So I did that for all the stuff, and I was like, you know what? I don't want any of this anymore. It's like I'm tired of this. So I messaged them. First I messaged them, was like, okay, all of the cartoon wave that's left, I'm just getting rid of all of mine. So can you cancel these? So like, we can't cancel these orders. We're not going to cancel them. I was like, okay, fine. So, well, then when's any of these going to ship? Because most of them were supposed to be here by now. And they said, I can't tell you that. 30 minutes later, after we stopped emailing, I got a notification that one of them shipped. and it was April. It was the live action April O'Neil. So it got here this morning, and there's supposed to be 2 of them. I bought one to keep in a box and the other one to like take out back then. And I opened the box and there's only one in there.
Oh my goodness.
So I emailed, like, so what? So now you're not even letting me cancel orders and you're ripping me off? What are we doing here? So
Ryan's on the warpath.
I was like, I'm angry. So now I'm letting
You need a hug.
everything that I can cancel is canceled, and everything I have no choice. I have to sit here and wait. So that's what I've been doing. Just sitting here waiting and painting miniatures.
Wow. Living the dream.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some sort of dream. Boba Fett. Back to what we were talking about.
What else do we have to talk about it?
Did you answer my question?
what
What
was
did
your
you think of it? It
was good.
Oh, well, you've already said you're excited. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're both excited.
Yeah, I think a lot of people. I saw people being bummed that there wasn't action in the trailer and stuff like that. I'm like, it's probably this is all from the first episode. Like,
It looked like there's some pretty big action there.
Yeah.
He throws his helmet down when it's full of credits and beats someone to death.
Yeah,
Like, that's pretty action
Boba
packed to
Fett's
me.
gonna be beating people up for sure.
I'm ready to watch.
They're just saving it for us to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited for him to murder people. That's like, now he's a crime boss.
Yeah,
But
so here's the question: are they going to start picking up the thread from Darth Maul's story in Clone Wars, Rebels, and the very end of Solo?
or the Black Sun.
Are they going to start picking at that thread?
I think I like the similarities between this and Godfather. Like, the Godfather is where, because Jabba was like the main gangster. He ruled with fear, and Boba Fett realizes that if we rule with respect and we work together, we can make more money than just by endless war. I don't know.
He's going to continue Maul's thread probably of like of uniting all of the,
which will be exciting.
Yeah.
I hope we see some of the. Well, no, I guess all of those Mandalorians would have been killed or arrested.
I'm interested to see who are the aliens from who's the ones from, like, they're in Bad Batch. They're the ones that try to sell Dooku to Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Oh, the spice people.
Yeah, they had the spice. The sisters stole the spice from them too. Who was that? It was the. Be interested to see them in live action.
Well, no, that's not, that guy wasn't it. I was like, that's who I think the guy is that's talking to him, and that
Ithorian people think they know who that is. Like, it's someone who's been mentioned in books or something before.
Probably. That's what,
for anyone who doesn't know, the Ithorians are the ones with the long necks and a hammerhead.
Right. Boba Fett being dead is not that surprising if you read the books, because we knew he was alive.
Yeah.
If you read the books, or if you read any of the new books that they were coming out with during the Skywalker sagas, like films coming out, like Cod Vanth, the moment that the Mandalorian Din Djarin is at that like small Western Western style like village, and we saw like you instantly, like anyone, and as soon as they said the name of the village, everyone was like, oh, Cod Vanth's here. And as soon as he walks in, you're like, yep, Boba Fett's alive then. Because obviously, because the whole story of Cod Vanth, how he got the armor, is he got it from Jawas.
Yeah.
That found it. They said like they found it next to a dead worm.
I just had a thought too, so I saw someone mentioned it. Maybe Cad Bane shows up in this one. I'm interested in that live action form. Bad Batch already set up animosity between him and Fennec.
Yeah.
So what if this pays it off and Boba kills Cad Bane in live action?
Oh, I hope they make an acknowledgement that they've met before.
That would be cool too.
Because it's not. I don't think it's. I don't think it's official canon, but
it's not. It was from a deleted scene,
right?
So,
but I think it'd be cool if they do acknowledge it.
I was so worried during Bad Batch
because he still has the dent in his helmet. So it'd be cool if he shows up, be like, and they make some kind of comment like, "I remember when I gave you the dent, time to finish what I started," or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm trying to.
I really want to see that happen. I was so worried in Bad Batch that Fennec was going to kill Cad Bane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, don't do this.
Right.
And then, so Cad Bane's still alive. I want to see Boba kill him. That would be so dope.
I don't think Cad Bane will ever get killed because, well, Boba Fett he might be. Boba Fett might be the only person that the fans would accept because fans love Cad Bane. That's why he's not. He keeps coming back.
Fans were okay with it when it was Boba that killed him. kind of cementing Boba as like the bounty hunter of the Galactic Civil War era.
No, man, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of this show. It's
me too. This whole universe, because then Kenobi's next after that. Then probably, what do you think? Mando season 3 or Ahsoka after that?
Probably season 3 of Mando, because Ahsoka. I don't even think Ahsoka's started filming yet, has it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll find that out. But
we've already mentioned it before, but next month too is season 6 of The Expanse. I might start watching through that again to catch up, or not to catch up, but to remind myself about it, because that is a heck of a good show.
Oh, that's not what I meant to Google.
What did you Google?
I typed in Ahsoka, and I was trying to type filming, and I forgot the M, so it autocorrected it to filling, and you don't want to go into that.
Yeah, no,
Don't do that, kids.
No, don't do that. How about Kevin? Did we talk already about Kevin Feige telling Marvel fans to temper their expectations for Spider-Man?
Yeah, everyone. That's what Andrew Garfield's been saying. And that's the problem, is this film's going to be terrible because we all have high expectations.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm so worried about that.
I'm trying my best to go to the assumption that it's going to be terrible, because we've all have you seen the photos of the armor, the Green Goblin armor? Oh, you should. I won't. If you want to look them up, if you want to see it, look it up. But they did a leaked image of what the armor looks like, and it is that Green Goblin armor above you, like from the Rainiverse, but it's like all battle damaged, and it has like bags and stuff on it, so it looks like the original costume.
Wow.
Like it's like because in the original costume it has that like sash with like a bag full of the pumpkin bombs. It has that. Oh, it looks so cool.
Also, what was it? How upset would you be?
Oh, it's filming this winter, so it's gonna be Mando 3 first.
How upset would you be if portals open around Tom Holland and out steps the Raimi suit and the Amazing Spider-Man suit? They take off the masks and they're both Tom Holland.
That's what's gonna happen. No, that's so some new rock stars, I think, is the ones that made either they acknowledge that this is probably what's gonna happen, or that was the theory, is what it's most likely going to be. Is all the we will see Andrew Garfield and them talking, but they'll all be basically trapped in his mind, or we will see him, but he'll be like, they won't be in the original suits. He will give them the 3 different suits. So we'll get the Stark suit, the Iron Spider suit, the original suit, and then whatever Tom Holland's new Spider-Man suit for this film is going to be.
This movie can't live up.
It's going to fail. Well, it's not going to fail. I think we're all going to walk away and be like, that was okay.
Yeah.
But like,
I think people who like Doctor Strange are going to walk around away and be really happy, because there's probably going to be some Doctor Strange shenanigans in there that no one theorizes on. Right. So we can't really get our expectations up.
I don't know what this film's. I don't know what's coming with this film, man. But I don't have,
because we really haven't gotten that much Doctor Strange, if you think about it.
No, not really. But
we got Doctor Strange, some of Infinity War, and almost none of Endgame.
We got him to stick his finger up. That's what he did. Which,
yeah.
Did you see people making jokes about what he was trying to say? So because in this he sticks his finger up, and that's to symbolize to Tony, like, you only get one shot, one chance. Only one universe, we win this. But like, some people were just being like, he was telling Stark, be like, 1 second, as soon as I'm done with these tornadoes, I'll help. Like, and stuff like that. So like, it's like, and he dies. He's like, oh, what the crap? Oh, it's funny.
Doctor Strange just doesn't tell anyone because he doesn't want them to feel bad about Tony.
Right. Like one.
You idiot! I was gonna set it up so your daughter didn't have a dead father.
You idiot. I was literally going to send this water on him. I was going to drown him.
I was just going to tell Ant-Man to walk right over there.
That's a real big problem. There's people that have dedicated their lives rewatching it over and over again, trying to find that reasons why Tony Stark's death was completely they did not have to kill Tony Stark. Like, Doctor Strange, they showed that Wong and Strange have the ability to open portals and just cut people's limbs off.
Yeah.
So like at the whole battle, all that Wong or Strange had to do was do that.
Yeah. And they weren't the only wizards there, or sorcerers.
The one thing is, if they would have kept the Infinity Gauntlet buried instead of bringing it to the battle, it would have never. they would have never got it.
Yeah. If Captain Marvel had actually shown up on time.
Yeah. If Captain Marvel, when she went to the ship, then attacked Thanos, she could have killed him before. So there's people that have dedicated their lives like we have evidence that this is
Why
all.
Why didn't Hulk just add that to his snap?
Well, that one he didn't know Thanos was there.
That is a really cool scene when he snaps and they realize that everything's back, and then the missiles come in.
Right. But that's
you've said it before, and I've had the thought. The more I think about it, I think Endgame is a good movie, but I don't think it's a great movie. I think it caps off the story well, but it really rides the coattails of the hype.
That's the whole point of it. Like, that's why it's satisfying to us. I have not thought about Avengers Endgame since we left the theater.
Yeah.
Well, probably since I watched it on like a digital download when I watched it or something. But
do you feel like the more Marvel movies that come out are going to devalue Endgame almost?
No.
You don't think?
Well, no, that's not true. I think yes, because now, well, sort of yes and no. So Endgame has devalued every Marvel film now that's coming out for me. So Endgame has put Endgame's kind of like I guess now Endgame is like the cap to a bottle. Like the cap to a fresh bottle of MCU. Like that's what it is. Like it's a wine bottle with MCU content, and the cap that holds it together is Endgame. Like that's the last thing. Now that wine has been sitting there for 10 years, growing older and gaining more taste and flavor to it. Now all this new stuff is coming out. I don't want the new stuff. I just love this now. You know what I mean? So
Spider-Man really is going to make or break the MCU. I mean, it's going to make boatloads of money.
Right.
Like, there's no way around that.
The MCU is not done. This is it's not like the MCU is now going to stop or it's going to be all terrible films. It's just they're not going to. They're not films for me anymore.
Yeah.
But that's okay because this is kind of like how a thought process I've been going on with like the new Star Wars films. We did not like. I think it's safe to say you and me, if you held a gun to our head and asked us what we thought about the sequel trilogy, we did not like it very much.
You have to hold a gun to my head to make me say that.
Right. I'm just saying, it's like, but like if they were told us to be brutally honest, we could definitely say and spit all over it and say how crappy it is.
I think the worst part is if you put a gun to my head and make me answer, I'm going to say that if you take them in a vacuum, Last Jedi is the best of the three.
Okay.
It's like on its own without being Star Wars. It's a decent movie.
You're demonetizing us. Stop.
Like, I hate that I'm saying that, though.
No, but the thing is, that's super offensive. Now I'm offended. But
I'm sorry.
No, like, but there are people that love the new Star Wars film, and that's not a problem. Mm-hmm. What it is it's the thing is like this is now their Star Wars. Like you and I have our Star Wars. Yeah, it was technically the prequel trilogy and pretty much the original trilogy because that's what but me and you grew up with the prequel trilogy. Yeah. So we look fondly at that while everyone did not like that. It's the same thing. It's like, this isn't Star Wars for us. The next phase of MCU is no longer for us. It's now for the younger generation for them to enjoy. So here's what's most likely going to happen. And I guarantee 10, 15 years from later, the generation that will be our age, our age now, that will be our age 10 years or 15 years later, are going to say that their end game was whatever the MCU film the next big MCU film was. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, for us, and also where I say kind of like yes to that. Do I think that all the other films are going to devalue Endgame? It will for other people. For us, it probably never will, but it will for people who are growing up with this new form of the MCU.
Well, yeah, actually, now that I think about it, especially the ones who didn't go to see Endgame in the theater, having watched all the other movies leading up to it, when it's just part of the binge,
right?
Wow.
No, that's exactly what's going to happen. So yes, it's going to be devalued, but not by us. It's going to be devalued to the people who are gaining value from the new. It's kind of like Spider-Man's a good example. Like I have a lot of value for the Raimi verse, for the Raimi Spider-Man. I probably have more value over that than I do even like I definitely have that over Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and I have more value definitely over Andrew Garfield. Yeah. But there are people like I grew up with the Raimi verse, and as I was a kid,
I used to watch this all the time.
Yeah, and I was a little kid when I saw the first Amazing Spider-Man. I think I was starting college, or I was like in end of high school, starting college.
That sounds right. Yeah.
And now this new Spider-Man, I'm a 30-year-old adult. Like my back hurts all the time. And everything.
I think I remember the big draw for me for Amazing Spider-Man was that it had Lizard, and he was always one of my favorite Spider-Man villains.
Right.
And I hated that how much they teased him in the Raimi ones, and then he never came to be.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is like we're kind of seeing like the kids who probably don't look at the Raimi Spider-Man because they were kids when Andrew Garfield was their Spider-Man. Well, now there's kids that think Tom Holland's their Spider-Man. Because there are people that do legit think the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 are fantastic Spider-Man films. That's not...
Would they say they're amazing films?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
The amazing Spider-Man films.
The amazing Spider-Man films.
Right.
Yeah.
So... I guess this is a long form me of saying what I've already said is yes.
Yeah.
Yes and no to what you asked me.
It's a good discussion though.
Well, that's just how I mean I'm thankful that I'm
not, it's a good month to say that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not angry. I'm not becoming a very angry old man. I'm finding appreciation in the things that I grew up with, but I also am appreciating what younger generations are growing up with now. Like I'm appreciating because it's almost kind of fun to see their reactions when we walk out of the movie theater. Like when we go out of Spider-Man, I'm hoping there's probably gonna be a lot of kids there. It's gonna be fun us walking out of the theater listening to all the kids talking about like how cool it was. Because
well, I mean, that's clarity. What we like to do when we go see movies is we'll usually stand outside the theater for like an hour discussing it.
Right.
And so we usually see all the people leaving.
Right. And I mean, that's what happened to The Last Jedi. We walked out of The Last Jedi because I saw it twice the same night. And the first night I was still hyped up on the fact it's a new Star Wars film. So it was amazing. Yeah. It was a great Star Wars film. But as we were walking out, like all the kids and stuff that were there were enjoying, like talking about how much they loved it and stuff. It's like, well, that's almost better to watch than watching the film for me.
That's fair.
I don't know.
I know I did it.
I know a lot of
like Star Wars, the prequels.
Right.
I'm all excited about it. But if I ask my dad, he remembers all the guys walking out talking about how terrible it was.
Right.
So
that's.
But that's just how. But on the other hand, kids don't have great taste.
No, they don't. No, because I've watched a lot of kids' films over the years, like as an adult.
You know what movie kids don't see these days that they're missing out for not having seen is Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah, I would agree.
That movie is better than it has any right to be, and I'll defend that to my grave.
What's the film called? What's the film called about the kid that's like riding on the back of a white furry dragon?
Never Ending Story.
Never Ending Story.
That's a traumatizing movie for a kid.
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
Yeah, Labyrinth up there. Indian in the cupboard. Indian in the cupboard.
I have no idea.
That was a cool film.
What's the one from before Labyrinth? Crystal. Dark Crystal.
The Dark Crystal.
Oh, that's a very traumatizing movie for kids. It sucks they're not getting a second season of that show.
Yeah, The Indian in the Cupboard. It's a 1995 film.
Never even heard of it.
Oh my! It was like a cool film.
It sounds racially charged.
I mean, yeah, definitely. But it was directed by Frank Oz.
Okay.
And it was really good. Really
yeah.
Good film. See, on these are all films that are.
So what else did we get? Do we get any trailers of anything else?
Small Soldiers also was a good one.
Oh, I love Small Soldiers. I'm gonna watch that again tonight. I've just decided. Maybe not. I got to be Space Boys with.
Oh,
with
The
Nick.
Borrowers. I forgot about that film.
I don't even know what that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. What'd you say? What'd you say to me? I wasn't listening.
So what are we? So what other trailers? Did we get any other trailers? Anything else we need to discuss today? So we're getting relatively close to time.
I'm trying to think. No, not really anything real big. It's just there's a lot of stuff coming out, and
yeah,
I started watching the new season of Big Mouth, and I highly recommend anybody that likes that show watches it.
Yeah,
but so that's. I mean, it's
kind of lost interest in it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just kind of crass for the sake of being crass,
right? But so that show, I mean, that's pretty entertaining. I mean, with The Witcher coming out, I've been rewatching The Witcher season 1.
I need to do that. I think my dad did that recently.
The weird thing is there's a lot of good things coming out. There's a lot of entertainment coming out at the end of the year, and in a weird way, it's kind of refreshing because it's like we went a year and a half because of this whole COVID stuff with nothing new.
Yeah, it's nice to get some stuff.
And the last new thing that came out that we had to get excited for was The Last Jedi, I think. So now we're at the tail end.
Yeah.
Of whatever this terrible time that we live in is. And
yeah, I'm excited.
Oh man. Plus, I know what I want to say. I don't know about you if you're in the same boat, but do you remember we just saw when we saw Venom 2? Mm-hmm. I've completely forgot what happened in Venom 2 already.
Yeah, I remember the credit scene.
That's all I remember. I remember
they break up for a while.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I remember the church fight, but I've completely forgotten.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember how it ends other than I think Venom eat Cletus?
Yeah, he does. He bites his head off.
See, I'm trying to think back. I'm trying to, because they separate too, but I don't remember how they like Venom and Carnage separate.
Cletus bites him.
Cletus bites
Eddie.
And that separates him and Carnage?
Yeah, he gets some of the symbiote on him.
No, that's how he gets the symbiote. How do they separate? Because he separates from him, and that's how Venom eats Cletus. Or does he just eat Carnage in one?
Oh, he eats Carnage and then Cletus, I think.
Oh my god!
I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, it was very forgettable.
I just can't. That's the first time
I hadn't thought about the movie since we watched it.
So I did, because I saw something on like a YouTube video had popped up, like it reminded me of the film, and I just was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't remember how that film ended. I don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember certain it was like they were talking, like the video was talking about certain things that happened in it, and
Cletus had a girlfriend in it.
Yeah, I remember.
Forgot about that.
I remember that.
So yeah, Venom 2. Not great.
I don't remember. Do you remember? There's a part where Venom draws a map.
Yeah, he talks about having a photographic memory or something.
But when does that happen?
That's early on, I think.
I don't know. I don't remember. No one cares.
Oh, it was from, or no, I don't know.
Because he said something about like weird that Venom.
So we just have to watch Venom 2 every month until we die,
right?
If we want to remember it,
right? Well, that's the thing, is like, because the only reason Eddie's like a good. I don't know. The one thing that I'm trying to remember is, I guess, Eddie's one of the best reporters around, and yet the only reason he could be a good reporter is with Venom.
Yeah.
But he was a good reporter before Venom, so I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
They kind of made Eddie an idiot in that movie, I think, more so than he was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Forgettable movie. Hopefully, other movies are better. There are other movies coming out, and I'm sure some of them will be better.
Yeah.
There's other TV shows coming out that I'm sure will be good. So, yeah. November.
I'm trying to think of another film that I've completely forgotten what happens in it.
I don't know. But yeah, we should wrap up.
There's definitely... Are we wrapping up?
We're going to wrap up here shortly. Yeah. Is there anything else? Any last things you need to say?
How did Rogue One end? They kiss?
The big fight.
Yeah, they fight, they kiss, and they
No, they don't. They never kiss.
They don't kiss?
They don't kiss at the end of Rogue One.
Oh,
they
that's
just
right.
sit
They
on the
only
beach
hug.
together.
They hug.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then the Tantive 4 escapes. I had a thought, actually. Is the Tantive 4 the only ship that appears in all three trilogies prominently?
When does it show up in the new trilogy?
It's at the end in Rise of Skywalker.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Nien Nunb dies in it.
Oh, really?
And it's also the one that it's at the end of episode 3. And I'm not counting Millennium Falcon in episode 3 because it's there, like, it's such a cameo appearance that it doesn't really matter. I think the Tantive 4 is the only ship that appears in all 3 trilogies. And even then, it only has a combined screen time of like 2 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh. Well,
yeah, right?
That's interesting.
So I want you to think about it this week.
You're right, though. It is the only ship so far.
Is it? I couldn't find anything online to confirm that. Because the Millennium Falcon isn't really in the first.
Yeah, because there's a screen.
And as a bonus, the Tantive 4 is in Rogue One.
Yeah, because here's a screenshot of it in the Rise of Skywalker.
Yep.
And there's a screenshot here of obviously it in Rogue One, and then right here's the one when it's being chased by a Star Destroyer.
It's literally the very first shot of Star Wars is the Tantive 4.
Right. Oh, but where's it? It's in.
It's where Obi-Wan meets Yoda and Bail Organa.
Right. So wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think it's the only ship that appears in all 3.
I also forgot.
Because there's some, like, I think, no, Vader's flagship doesn't appear in the prequels. He's on a Venator with the Emperor.
I forgot that Nien Nunb died.
It's such a blink and you miss it thing. I refuse to acknowledge it.
I'm watching it right now just to like.
But anyway, yeah. So,
I completely forgot this happened.
I thought that thought when I was looking this up. I don't think I think I only watched Rise of Skywalker in the theater once, and that's the only time I've ever watched it.
During the base lightning scene.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I only watched that movie when it was in the one time I went and saw it in theaters. I don't think I've seen it since.
Someone there's a article here called Star Wars 9 quietly killed off Nien Nunb and didn't tell anybody.
That's where I found out. Yeah. And so I refuse to accept that part as canon. And the Tantive 4 is destroyed by that lightning.
Yeah.
What an iconic ship. It's the first ship you see in Star Wars.
That tells you exactly how Disney feels about Star Wars.
Right?
The moment they kill.
But they refuse to blow up the Millennium Falcon. Like, I was expecting that the whole sequel trilogy, that they destroy it. And they don't. Gotta sell the toys, I guess.
I'm surprised that that's, like, you would think that what they would do is, like, the Tantive, like, it would make it, because that film, they constantly kill people off and then bring them back. So it's like, why?
I don't want to. I'm not getting back into this again. Yeah. If you want to find us on social media, Pop Culture Unboxing.
Guido wasn't in there.
Yeah, for real, right? Well, because he was dead.
It doesn't matter. Chewie was dead too, and so was C-3PO.
Pop Culture Unboxing, social media places. I'm Matt Rossvio on Twitter. You?
I'm Ryan on Riki Tiki. I don't remember. It's down there.
It's in the show notes. Zach is on Twitter. It's also in the show notes. I'm not repeating his mantra. So yeah, thank you all for listening.
Pow Wow Highway. What is this one?
Bye. I love you.
Bye.